How many of you tried learning one verse in this 30 minutes? At least one verse.
Brother, you speak one more half an hour, I'll memorize one more.
One verse. By the way, as a general rule, when the homework for the revision of both cross-checking of the surah names as well as the revision of the Quranic verses is concerned, whenever the homework time starts, all are supposed to close their files. Keep the papers inside, the verses inside. None are allowed to refer then. All things go inside. I request everyone to put the verses sheet inside. All participants, put the verses inside.
Brother, we already failed now, brother.
Sorry?
We already failed now for today.
No, inshallah, I'll yet give you a chance. And I know that inshallah you would be able to do it. Inshallah. Okay, let us quickly start with Brother Iman. Can you pass on the mic to Brother Iman and all the candidates? Put the file and the papers inside. Brother Iman, you said 10 verses, with 90% and above accuracy, inshallah. And 12 verses, you said 60%. So at least, give me those 10 verses, Arabic, reference and the translation. Start.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 111. وَقَالُوا لَنْ يَدْخُلَ الْجَنَّةَ إِلَّا مَنْ كَانَ هُودًا أَوْ نَصَارَى تِلْكَ أَمَانِيُّهُمْ قُلْ هَاتُوا بُرْهَانَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. They say, none shall enter paradise unless he be a Jew or a Christian. These are their vain desires. Say, produce your proof if you're truthful.
MashaAllah.
Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 143. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. That means, we have made you an ummah which is justly balanced, and we have made you as a witness over mankind, and Messenger Muhammad as a witness over you.
MashaAllah.
Then Surah Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 64. قُلْ يَا أَهْلَ الْكِتَابِ تَعَالُوا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ وَلَا نُشْرِكَ بِهِ شَيْئًا وَلَا يَتَّخِذَ بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَإِن تَوَلَّوْا فَقُولُوا اشْهَدُوا بِأَنَّا مُسْلِمُونَ. O people of the book, come to common terms as between us and you, that we worship none but Allah, and we associate no partners with Him, and we erect no lords and patrons besides Allah. And if they turn back, say, bear witness that we are Muslims, at least bowing our will to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah.
Yeah. Then Surah...
Jazakallah, brother. You can hold on to the mic, inshallah. MashaAllah, the accuracy is 100%.
Alhamdulillah.
If not 100%, I would say at least 95% and above. Alhamdulillah. One thing is, there are different styles of learning the Quranic verses. And one such style is what you have learned. But there is a style of learning the verse of the Quran which is far superior than this. I basically, whether I learn the surah names or whether I learn the Quranic verses, I take into consideration that during my talk, if I have to give the same verse, for me to be effective, what is the best way to learn the Quranic verse? One way is the way as you're saying it, that you learn the Arabic, the complete verse, and then you give the English translation. But the more effective way, which would be more helpful to you in bringing an impact in your Dawah talk or in any of your Islamic talks, is you learn the verses part Arabic, its translation, and then little Arabic, its translation. You break the verses into different parts. And alhamdulillah, if you can learn the verses of the Quran this way, then inshallah, the impact would be far superior. There will be an impact. If you quote the Arabic, the levels of impact are different. Some people can quote only the reference. Neither English nor the Arabic. Some can quote the reference and the English. Yes, the impact is there. Some people can quote the reference, give the entire Arabic and the entire translation. Third level. Very good. But the best, the most high, in terms of memorizing the Quranic verses with translation is that you give the reference and split the verse into different parts. Say the Arabic and then the English translation. For example, Surah Al-Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verses 1 to 4. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala says, Qul huwallahu ahad. Say He is Allah, one and only. Allahus samad. Allah, the absolute and eternal. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begets not, nor is He begotten. Wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And there is none like unto Him. See the impact? When you are delivering talks on Islam to an audience, which if it consists of non-Muslims and Muslims together, Muslims, mashallah, would definitely know your authority over the subject, and non-Muslims too would realize it. It would give such a good impression to them that this man who is speaking is an authority on the subject. And unless you don't win their confidence, how would you be able to convince them about Islam? And this is one of the best ways. And this Quran has an effect. I'm sorry to say, no translation of the Quran can have the same effect the way as Arabic can have. No translation, whether it be in English, Urdu, Tamil, Chinese, Japanese, Malay, no translation. And we learned that in the morning session. That translation is a human handiwork. Can it have the same impact like that of the Arabic? Definitely not. Yes, it can have an impact, even if you don't know Arabic. But with the Arabic, the impact that which it can create is phenomenal. And alhamdulillah, I would not be exaggerating if I have to say that mashallah, one of the best speakers whom I have seen personally in my life, who can quote the Arabic, split the verse into different parts, and be impactful with the English is none other than Farik. Alhamdulillah. By the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he has done his Hifzul Quran. And when he gives his speeches, the most confident I have found any speaker who comes on Peace TV, who can give the Arabic, split it into different parts with the English, is none other than him. Not even Dr. Zakir Naik, for your information. Dr. Zakir Naik himself humbly agrees, and he would agree to it as well, that most of the verses, he knows Arabic as well as the English, but mashallah, the training that which Farik has got, and not just Farik, alhamdulillah, there are other students as well, from IS, Brother Arsh, and there are mashallah other students as well, who have learned this technique. The technique of learning the Quranic verses in parts. Give an Arabic portion, and then the translation. Arabic translation. And in this way, you can even work on your modulation. Modulation, which you will inshallah be learning the day after tomorrow, inshallah, the techniques. And you will learn how important is modulation in your speech. And one of the ways how you can create an impact on your audiences who are listening to you is by modulation. And this way, by learning the Quranic verses, one modulation for the Arabic. Qul huwallahu ahad. Say He is Allah, the one and only. Allahus samad. Allah, the absolute and eternal. Lam yalid wa lam yulad. He begets not, nor was He begotten. Different modulation for Arabic, different modulation for English translation. You would see it. Others, mashallah, may have delivered hundreds of lectures, if not hundreds, at least 10 to 20 lectures. You would yourself see the impact that which it is creating if you learn the way as I have told you to. Reference, part Arabic, part translation. Part Arabic, part translation. Different modulation. Different modulation, sometimes high pitch for Arabic and low pitch for English. Or sometimes low pitch for Arabic, high pitch for English. You can vary it. And inshallah, the impact would be phenomenal. Would be breathtaking. So if you want to excel, and you want to excel, and you want to be inshallah in the excellent category of those participants in the Quranic verses, and one such important evaluation for this Dawah training program is your Quranic verses. A very important. And there is a separate rating altogether for that. Quranic verses. And if you want to excel in this, the best is reference, part Arabic, part English. Second best, reference, full Arabic, full English. I don't want to say the third and the fourth because inshallah, I know that inshallah if you strive, you will all be at least be able to reach the level 2. That is, give the reference, Arabic and English. And I know, inshallah, if you strive, more than 50% of the participants here would be able to even reach the level 1. Inshallah. More than 50%. Inshallah. And when I say more than 50%, it can even be 90%. 99% as well.
محمد رسول الله محمد رسول الله أرجو رضاك يا الله أنت الرحيم يا الله هبني عطاك يا الله أنت الكريم ومنك العطاء يا الله أنت العظيم يا الله فيك الرجاء يا الله أنت الحليم الستار ملك الملك الغفار الوهاب المنان المتعال الرحمن الستار ملك الملك الغفار الوهاب المنان المتعال الله الله يا ربي يا الله الله